Good evening, folks, and welcome to a Clash of the Titans. Samoa up against the Mediterranean in a virtual semi-final that will decide who comes top of this pool and goes on to the World Cup final. Of course, Mediterranean need to win by about 26 if my numbers are correct. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not. I am, of course, Snicko Bro, joined in the box by Jordan Lewis for the first time in what is one of the last matches we'll stand Rugby League Live for, so quite a treat tonight. Jordan, J. Lou, captain of the Welsh, however you want to refer to yourself, who do you see getting up tonight?
Oh, well, it's going to be an absolute clash of the Titans tonight. Samoa, of course, have just been smoking everyone in this pool. And sorry, not Wales. I'm thinking of last week. The Mediterranean team, of course, having that blowout against Matemaia Tonga, coming out by 1 point. They probably should have done more. And I believe that they will be wanting to come out firing tonight.
Yeah, Mediterranean, they were great in the last international period, but they haven't quite hit the same heights in this little session here. Samoa, like you mentioned, just been putting big numbers on everyone. Of course, John Mo'ava had the record-setting game last week, most number of points in a game. I'm not sure if that record will stand considering it's a hiatus competition, but very good nonetheless. And we'll be interested to see what he can do tonight. The captain always leads by example, and there he is. I can't make a line break in the pink headgear. Who are you looking for tonight, Jordan?
Well, John Mo'ava obviously is going to be one of the big standouts for me. Of course, as well, you do have quite a few players on the Mediterranean side here. Oli Pache, I am looking for big numbers from him today, the big prop forward.
Yeah, Pache, Matt Harris, starting prop and starting lock for Mediterranean up against Lennox Prakash and John Nanai. It is a clash of the giants, all long-time forwards in the SRL, and all of them looking to make their mark as SRL 1.0 dwindles to an end. And I think you're right. Whoever comes good out of those ones will have a big say in determining this game. And speaking of good, that's Hopsgood, who's earned his team a penalty. An early one there for Samoa. They're not going to be happy with that. John Mo'ava will be questioning his team's work ethic because that was first tackle, Jordan. There wasn't really anything going on there.
It's an absolute brain fade from Samoa, but again, I believe that they're probably going into this thinking they've got it locked up. Again, most of their games have been going 20 plus or something like that. And of course, like we've been saying, Mediterranean have they haven't been the same as they were last season. So I believe maybe it's just a case of they think they've got this locked up. They just need to get their heads together and just get back into the game.
Yeah, 100%. 3 minutes gone so far. Mediterranean are the first team to have any kind of semblance of attacking form here as Matt Harris takes a hit up. He'll be brought down on about the 24th tackle for this Mediterranean team. They'll be looking to one of their leaders, and it's Matt Downey who takes it. Probably not who you want on the fourth tackle, but it's a good settler anyway. So now to the halves. Could be McLucky. Looks like it's going to be John Bakers, and he just goes right into the backside. I think it was of Downey. Not impressive, and now that's one penalty each way, Jordan.
One penalty each way, and particularly where you are there, you don't want to let your opposition off that easily. I suspect the coach will be having a few words about getting back on side beforehand.
Yeah, exactly. It's a common error that we see in SRL 1.0. Perhaps that may be fixed in SRL 2.0. We'll have to wait and see, of course, the way the Big End does things. But we do have hopes. Anyway, it's Samoa on the attack. Dane Blaine plays the ball to John Nanai. He goes a little short ball out to the sorry.
Quick with it, passing on to Deuce. Deuce going through. He's almost. Oh, what great defense from the Mediterraneans as just waiting for a couple of commentary things to come back on one there.
Frog in the throat there. I just choked a moment saliva, and it's John Mo'ava who's driven backwards there. And Samoa, they'll be wanting to put in some form of attacking kicking. Instead, they just go long ball to Jai Collins. That's a strange play. That's because it was only the fourth. Now it's the fifth and last. Sorry. It'll be up to their halves to try and make something happen here. They go right. It's equipped with it. He puts up a nice little bomb here. John Mo'ava looks like he's going to be underneath it, and he takes it. John Boy, but he can't score. He's pushed backwards. Great defense from the Mediterranean, and that's the chance gone missing for this Samoan team.
And this is the kind of lineup that they probably are going to need to run against Samoa. It's the same process that I know that you taught me back when I was in the European Brethren, and what I've been trying to pass on to my boys in Wales is bend, don't break. As long as you can hold them out of the line, that's all you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. They did well there. They knew that if John Boy came down with it, they'd have the chance to hold him up, and that's exactly what they did. Now McLucky takes run, of course. McLucky in the 7. He has been a 6 in his time, but they've decided to put him in the 7. John Baker's in the 6. What do you think about that, Jordan?
Well, he should be doing all right in the 6. He's got a good bit of got a good bit of a boot on him there, and of course they needed a shake up. That game against Tonga was just absolutely diabolical, and hopefully they're able to do something with this one tonight.
Yeah, it's now Samoa with the ball. Jai Collins takes a run. He'll be brought down about 15 metres out from the line. Samoa, they're just steadily working into this game. A couple of attacking opportunities back to back as Nanai goes straight through a hole. Nanai might fall over the line here. Big John Nanai knows how to score a try, and that's coming out of absolutely nowhere. Helier's going to send us upstairs, but for me, I think that is a try.
Easily down there. I think he just wanted to make sure he didn't bobble it on the ground there, but no, absolutely perfect control. We've got points on the board for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and you got to think they're going to slot this one over. John Boy in great form with the boot, which will take us out to an early 6-0 lead. And I think that, I'm not sure if Samoa even really deserve that, to be honest. They were gifted a possession by this Mediterranean team. But as classy teams do, they've made the most of it and scored straight away. It can be a bit of a reset for the Mediterranean. They can get the ball down the other end, try and have a good defensive set and just heap a bit of pressure on. But it just seems like things have picked up where they left off last week for this Samoan team.
Absolutely. Again, we've been talking about it all throughout the night that Samoa, they know how to put points on the board. If you're up 6-0 with only in the first 10 minutes tonight as well, Mediterranean really do have to get their act together if they want to keep this competitive.
Yeah, and it's just those errors. So we saw the offside penalty, then we saw the forward pass. They just have to clean up their act a little bit. Of course, Mediterranean notoriously grubby as a team we've seen throughout their history, and maybe those errors are just creeping in again. They just get a bit exuberant, a bit excited about themselves, and not the way that you want to play this game. Is now a quick Wither goes right to the line before he pops the ball off to John Nanai. He's brought down about 25 metres out from his own line. Samoan's now short side, dangerous play, but it's Komine who gets it, and he's into the backfield. Brought down by Cody Mansour. I think that's his first tackle of the night, so they'll be looking to tie him out with a fair bit of tackling as the night goes on. Now he goes to Kota Dia, but he just quarterback passes it out to Rahul Koval. That was a bit of a shocker, Jordan.
Absolutely. Now they've called knock on there. From where I was up here, that looked more like a forward pass to me, but either way, it ends with Mediterranean having the ball.
Yeah, I think I'll just call it a disaster if I had to call it anything. Anyway, Miko Rashford's brought down with it, and Mediterranean with a good chance to hit back now. Top's good going to be driving forward here. And he does so very nicely. 25 out from the Samoan defensive line. Try line, sorry. Matt Downey gets a nice little bump off and an offload to Oli Pache, but he can't get the fend going. Brought down 10 metres out from this Samoan line. The Usos working hard here to keep this duck egg intact. It's out to John Baker, so he'll be out of kicking duties. It could be McLucky. It could be Oli Pache even to do this one. It is Pache, and he puts in a really nice grubber. McLucky picks it up. Can he get over the line? No, turned on his back. So in a bit of a role reversal, it's Pache kicking for McLucky, and it almost paid dividends.
Yep, almost paid dividends there. And from where I was, it looked like it may have come off a Samoan hand there. They were lucky to have that not called play on, but it ends with a handover. Now they've just got to work it through.
Yeah, and they've mustered up well here, the Mediterranean team, just keeping Samoa in their own half. Lennox Prakash unable to make any meters there. They'll have to look out for the 40-20 if they keep them trapped here. But anyway, Mediterranean aiming up well. Samoa need a big run from someone just to get them out of their own end. Since they scored that try, I don't think they've seen the other side of halfway. So 2 back-to-back great defensive sets from the Mediterranean, putting a bit of pressure on Samoa as it's going to be Dane Blaine downfield. Dangerous wing to kick to. That's Angie Slugger out there. And he goes straight past one. Brought down a good tackle, though, and a great place to start the set for this Mediterranean team.
It's a fantastic place. If you can start your set on the 40-metre line, that's most attacking lines, that's what they would want. So as long as Mediterranean can find a way through and... just so I say that.
That's a shocker.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw what Samoa did off the last error, so they're going to be looking to double the pain, compound this error with some more points. As Jai Collins brought down 28 out from the Mediterranean try line. We saw how good they were in this territory only moments ago, as now they go out to Komine, and he breaks one tackle. Great work there by Wariri. The fullback has to get him. Cody Mansour, the second time tonight, he's tackled Komine, but they're lined up on the runner. They go right. little block pay out to Jai Collins. He wants to push forward, doesn't get there. Fourth tackle, Samoa. 2 shots at this line. What can they do? Prakash, short ball. Caval, he might fall over the line here. He does. Unfortunately, the ball does not touch the ground, I believe. We're going to just check with the video referee, but nonetheless, Samoa starting to make some inroads. It'll be tough for him now. A set Mediterranean line after this one for the last tackle. Everyone's going to be on alert for the kick, so I'll have to see what they can do.
Absolutely. We're going to have to see what they can do, but from where I am, it's just get the ball to the forwards, boys. If they can punch holes, that seems to be what's doing the Mediterranean in for most of this game.
Yeah, and we just saw there, Jumbo Moava went up for the kick and batted it back. He forgot that it's normally his job to be cleaning that up. So a try on being there for the Samoan team. Matt Harris with some good cleanup workers. Now it's Cody Mansour. He'll be trying to inject himself into this game to try and sort of get the big beaters that we know he can do. Not really a factor so far as Matt Harris takes a moderate run there, doesn't really pinch off too many meters, but gets on the front foot for this team. And now it's Bobby Werman. And you just got to think, this Samoan team, they have Jai Collins in the 11. Mediterranean have Bobby Werman. Is that a bit of a mismatch? Do you think that the left edge of Samoa is just going to outperform the left edge of the Mediterranean, Jordan?
Well, I mean, being fair, from the whole tournament we've seen, I would expect most of the Samoan lineup to just outperform the Mediterranean in general. But no, you're right. That left edge is going to be a bit of a problem for them. If I was the Mediterranean coach or the Mediterranean captain there, what I would be saying is just hold the line. Again, I know it's very basic stuff for a forward to say, but hold the line. That's all you got to do. If you are able to make sure that you're not shifting out of position, once they're 6 sets over, I mean, you've probably got them out of position and you'll be able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right there. And speaking of holding the line, that's what this Samoan team's done off that kick chase. Great work there, Cody Mansour. He had a bit of a wind-up, but he wasn't even able to beat one, let alone get any kind of space. And now it's Oli Pache. He gets a good fend off, but once again, the coverage is there, brings him down pretty quickly. Second tackle, only 11 out from their own line. They go to Werman. What can he do? Straight through a hole. That's what they need from Bobby Werman. Jumbo Moava comes up. Had to make a bit of an impact there and just stop his run, but it means he's going to be out of commission on this next play. Should they get a line break, could be very dangerous. So they go out to their main man, Mansour, and he does not get what they were after. Jai Collins brings him down in a good tackle, just about on the 50-meter line here. So they've saved their set Mediterranean, if only slightly. John Baker's now is brought down with it, so it'll be up to the captain, Oli Pache, to kick once again. His first one wasn't so bad. We'll have to see what he can do with a bit of distance. And he just hoofs it downfield. Pretty well done. Finds its way down to Komene. And here's straight past one. Komene going to be brought down eventually by Mansour, about 30 meters out from line. So that's a triple threat we've seen now between those two. They'll be getting very used to each other. Now it's Nanai. Goes for a run himself. Nanai hasn't really been a factor yet, Jordan. What do you think? Is he going to dominate this game like we know he can, or are him and Oli Pache just going to hold each other in check?
I think Pache's probably got him a bit scouted tonight. You'd have to think Mediterranean going into this, knowing what Samoa can do, they would have been looking exactly at their plays from last week and would be looking to shut down attacks like that.
Yeah, I think that you're right. With any kind of scouting, you know who the danger men are going to be. We're yet to also see Jumbo Moava, speaking of danger men, really put his stamp of authority in this contest as they put up a bomb now, equipped with it. Could we see the bat back to Moava? No. Instead, it's Leo St. Hendricks for the first time tonight with the ball. He pinches off an extra 11 meters. Looks scarily similar to a man we once saw called Dom Young. I thought he actually changed his name back, but I guess not. As now it's Cody Mansour. He goes for a run. John Boy wasn't in position, and it looks like he's going to go all the way here. Cody Mansour, where was John Boy Moava?
It's exactly what we were talking about probably about, 5 minutes ago there, Snicko? If you keep holding the line, eventually Samoa's going to be caught out of position. That's exactly what happened. They need to be doing this more often throughout tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see. Did John Boy Moava do the dive there, or was he just nowhere to be seen?
He was, that wasn't him doing the dive, I don't think. So he was caught off on that.
Perhaps he made the tackle on Leo St. Hendricks just before that. I think without a replay, that's what I would assume. Because very strange for no fullback to be at home in the Mediterranean. That's probably against the run of play. They're going to go 6-all here. They are. And if I was a Mediterranean fan, I'd be very happy with the scoreline right now. They've had basically no good ball for quite a long time, and somehow they've come away with a bit of equality, a bit of parity as the substitutions have come on. So job well done, because we know the possession swings in the SRL, and with a bit of possession, they could sort of run over this Samoan team, which is not what I expected to be saying at the start of the game, Jordan.
Again, I think most people would be thinking it would have been 18-0 Samoa at this point, but 23 minutes gone, 6-all. Mediterranean, take your hats off for this. This has been an absolutely fantastic first half performance so far. Keep it up, and you might just well win this thing.
Yeah, and that'll be the issue, keeping it up. Samoa, they got quality off the bench. Mediterranean, also some strong players, but I think that Samoa just edges them slightly as it's Jason Farah, one of their substitutions, going through. 60 minutes left in this game. A long way to get to home still as Leondis is driven backwards there on the 40-metre line. We might see a little 40-20 attempt. Doesn't look like they've lined up for it. I know they have. It's John Baker's deep, and that's the shocker. It'll be John Bomava picking up on the 40-metre line, does a bit of a dance before he gets away from one, brought down just on the other side of halfway. That's exactly what the Mediterranean team did not need after points. They did well. They completed their set, and then just a shocking kick as Lecky Tua goes for a run there. And it looks like it's just rinse and repeat for the Samoan team. Force Mediterranean into making a bit of a mistake, get some field position to see what they can do. But if they don't change something, they're just going to keep getting turned away a couple of metres out from the try line. Where do you think their points can come from, Jordan?
Well, errors, to be honest. Like that's where they're leaking it from. I mean, someone get Bakers in front of the kicking coach for that one. It's the one try that Samoa's got here. Will be a second in just a bit if something like that happens again. It's all come off the back of errors, and I mean their defense has been great, but if they're going to let soft ones like that through, they're not going to do so well.
Oh, we've just seen a charge down go. It was called played out, so they're going to get 6 again here. That's not what Samoa need. Nanai looks to barge over, turned on his back, I believe. Just shy of the trial. And the dummy half might go for a bit of a run here. No, instead he passes it. 2 passes out to Jai Collins, who's pushed backwards there. Some great tackle. One over the top, one around the legs, kept him out. Samoa got him on the ropes here, quick with it, decides not to run for the ball. A bit of that going tonight. They just sort of got heavy feet, don't want to go. What can they do? Maiava, is he going to fall over the line? Maiava, no. Great defense by Mediterranean, just over and over again, just repelling this team. What can they do here? John Nana driven backwards. That's 10 tackles on the line, basically. They're yet to concede, so a big one coming up here. A chance for a grub and maybe. He goes so quick with it. He puts up the bomb. Very well placed here. Maiava gets beneath it. It doesn't matter because Miko Ashford comes down with it, and he's going to go for a run 15 metres out from his own line. We're talking about holding the line, Jordan. That is some A-grade gold standard defence.
1,000%. That's exactly what you need to do when you're taking on a team like the Mediterranean. Like you're taking on some Samoa there. I'm being taken back to last year when I was being asked what we did to plan for them. But this is exactly what we did to plan against the Mediterranean. We knew they had the attack. If we hold the line, catch them off guard, that's how you get the points. This is what they're doing, and it's great to see.
Yeah, all locked up here. 28 minutes to play. Sorry, 28 minutes played. What's that? 52 to go. Both teams unable to separate on the score, but as I've got us now, Michelle Metcalf goes for a bit of a run. First time we've seen him touch the ball. It's been all down that left edge for the Samoan team so far. Maybe they need to look at someone like him to get him invested. Now Us Willis is driven backwards there. 2 in that tackle, brought down on our TBC live logo. They go left now. Jai Collins, he wants a line break. You got to think he's going to get one. It's just a matter of when. So far, not yet. They go right now. Equip with it right to the line before he passes off to Us Willis. His second touch of the set. He's hungry, the interchange forward. He wants to make his mark. Now equip with it out to Maiava. No offload. He's brought down. A good set from both teams there. A bit of a holding pattern. We'll have to see what they can do with this kick. He goes to equip with it. And he goes downfield, splits the fullback. The winger goes back to get it. It's Miko Rashford. He's dangerous on a kick return, but some great defense there. I think that was a quick with it. And Jai Collins just cleaning up there. And yeah, dangerous man on the kick return. Good one to be brought down as Hopsgood now goes through a bit of a run. And once again, we're just in this yardage territory, Jordan.
Oh, it's a battle of wills. And I mean, that's what you want from a great rugby league game. It might be, from here, it might be a bit of the Captain of the Seagulls bias coming out here. But honestly, get it to Prakash. Like, he's been a bit quiet on the ball tonight. I'd absolutely love to see the man go for a run.
Yeah, I think he's off the field, actually, which might explain that.
I mean, in general, though.
Yeah, he'll be back in about 7 minutes, I believe, Lennox. And I think he'll be playing that 55-minute role, assuming John Bomava hasn't done anything funky with the subs. As now Michelle Metcalf goes for a bit of a run in field. He's brought down 30 metres out from the Mediterranean line. And I think that's Samoa. Should they not go in at halftime up, they'll feel like it's a bit of an opportunity with it. Sabbath to Ua gets the offload away. Us Willis, can he push over the line? No, some great defense again by the Mediterranean. But once again, knocking on the door, Samoa. Dane Blaine, he might want to push over here. Dane Blaine turn on his back. And once again, fifth tackle ends with a tackle in the in goal. Hiatus send us upstairs, but we all know it's no try. A set start here. Do you think they'd look to bomb for John Boy?
I'm almost thinking again, like you might want to just get it through to the props and bash over the line. That's the problem. Is a lot of the time they're just being turned over on the back there, as they put in the grubber and it shuts me up there. But no, a lot of the time, if they're that close to the line, you'd be thinking, get it to the prop forwards, get it to someone who can just bash a hole in the line. That's what they need to do instead of just going out wide that close.
Yeah, and the more times you turned on your back, the more likely you are to find your front. I believe it's a bit of a way that the SRL works. It just seems like when you need it the most, your player seems to find his front, and perhaps that's what Samoa needs, just a big prop forward to bash over, try and find their front and get the ball down for a try. What they have done is limited Mediterranean hugely on this set, as Farah's going to be dripping backwards there. Fifth tackle, not even up to their 40-metre line. Samoa sort of asserting their authority as this game goes on, but not on the scoreboard, which is what matters. It's John Baker's again now. Another pretty shocking kick, so John Bakers might need to review his kicking license. Mayava into the backfield. Mansour dives. Mayava, he's found his way into this game, and it's off a kick return try. Things starting to look ominous for the Mediterranean.
No, they found their attacking legs there. John Boy, what a great run. We talked about earlier, he's an absolute weapon in attack, and that just proves it right there.
Yep, exactly right. Broken defensive line was all he needed. The referee gets out of his way, and a perfect work from him as Us Willis comes in to celebrate. They'll kick this, you got to think. That'll make it 8 points for John Boy Mayava, trying to chase that 28 from last week. But more importantly, 12 points to 6 to Samoa. With 5 minutes left in this half, I'd still say the Mediterranean team shouldn't be too annoyed because they have been just swamped in terms of possession and camped on their own line and all that fun stuff. If they can just get a bit of momentum, they might be able to push back into this game. But for the moment, it's Samoa, and even more Samoa. And I think that if they can just get to half-time, that might be the best chance for Mediterranean.
Oh, absolutely. This is something of a bit of a common trope within rugby league, but most of the time, if you are spending a lot of time on the defensive line and holding him out, it frustrates the attack, and that's what causes errors. Frustration and trying to try something new. If they're able to hold them out and just, you almost say going 12-6 at halftime, Samoa's going to take that as a bit of an insult, that they should have been doing a bit more with what they've had. So, yeah.
Yeah, and if they weren't thinking it was an insult, they will be thinking it now. If you just put them on blast, that is for sure. 4 minutes left in this game. The Usos, they're up by 6, but they should be up by more. And I have to say, I agree with you. As John Ray's brought down on the 40-metre, they might look at a 40-20 here. Quick with it gets behind the ruck. Instead, they go to a quick with it. And that's a very nice kick. Should he get the bounce? He doesn't. It bounces on straight. But still, Mansour in his own in goal. He's got a bit of work to do here. Pass one, Mansour. Mayava gets him. So far, he's winning the battle of the fullbacks. 3 minutes left in this game, in this half, sorry. This will probably be the last time that the Mediterranean team touches the ball, as Leo St. Hendricks is brought down there in a good tackle. So if they want to go into halftime level, they're going to have to work some magic now. And John Bakers, he doesn't do that, brought down on the 40-metre line. They go left now. Ollie Parche goes deep to Mansour, gets him a bit of space, but he offloads to Angie Slugger, brought down just about where they started, just shifted 20 metres laterally, and now John Baker's out to Charlie Rossini. Here's one man we haven't really seen run yet, but with a bit of play the ball speed, we know how devastating he can be. The kicking once again from deep inside their own half now. It's going to be Slugger with the kick. That is unusual. Anyway, it's Michelle Metcalf who picks it up, and he's going to go straight past to them. Michelle Metcalf. Cody Mantle doesn't want a bar of him, just running alongside him, and a minute left in this. Is it time for one more Samoan try, Jordan?
Well, if the Mediterranean
Not like that.
there we go.
Not like that.
Go. Right place for Hopsgood, and yep, that's just stifled their attack right on a halftime there.
Yeah, he's kept them to a 6-point lead here. Hopsgood with that play, maybe even equality. No, John Boy gets Cody Mansour there. He wraps him up again. There'll be one last play, I think. They go right. McLucky, he wants the glory. He does not get it. He'll be brought down. He don't think he'll have time to play it. He doesn't. We're going to go into halftime. 12-6, Samoa up. Welcome back, folks. Minor technical difficulties, but we are back. Hope you all enjoyed the minor break. All of 30 seconds as Samoa up 12 points to 6 against Mediterranean. Jordan Lewis, in that extended break, was actually able to Get some stats, but pause. Coda Diab into the backfield. Coda Diab, intercept, fend, line break, try.
Wow. Just wow. First attacking line for Samoa, they pulled that off. Oh, geez, Mediterranean, they'd be kicking themselves for that. After such a great defensive first half, to just let that easy try through.
Yeah, not wrong. Coda Diab, just saying. Don't forget about me, boys. Of course, he has been in and out of the server for a while, but good to see him make his mark. I think it was number 8. Would have been Matt Harris. He sat down. Not an easy thing to do, and I'm not sure who threw that pass either, but between him and Matt Harris, they've cost this Mediterranean team a big try. Anyway, back to the stats, Jordan.
Yes, I'm just pulling that up now. So basically, from the first half there, Samoa have been absolutely everywhere in the attack. 3 players already crossing the 100 meter threshold, including the prop forward John Nanai. Of course, John Boy Moyava leading at 159 running meters from 10 runs, which is a fantastic effort from him. On the flip side, though, with the Mediterranean, only one player cracking over 100, but that is Cody Mansour at the moment, 176 off 11 runs. He has been absolutely everywhere in attack.
Yeah, he's been electric, Cody Mansour, and I think he's going to have to step up here. Like you mentioned, John Boy doing numbers for the Samoan team, and they just need to match his output. Continue to match his output. Of course, Cody Mansour had more meters at halftime. I think that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back here. I could see Samoa going on a bit of a run, Jordan.
Oh, potentially there as well. It seems, just from having a look at the sheet, it seems that the Mediterranean's plan at the moment is just get it to Mansour, which you can't do that. You can't have a team that's just a one pony show. We've seen that in the SRL with teams like back in the day with Parramatta. They started doing that, going through to that just get it to the fullback kind of play.
Brody Kennedy days.
No, that's it. That's it. So, I mean, if they really want to be doing anything attack, like Leo San Hendricks, great run, great break. They need more of that. They honestly need more of that.
Yeah, LSH out of half, just spotted some lazy marks and ran for a bit of a run. Put the Mediterranean into some good field position now, so we'll have to see if they can capitalise. Ollie Pache plays the ball. John Baker's out to Bobby Werman. Him and Jai Collins on respective left edges of their teams, yet to sort of capitalise on any early ball. We'll have to see what they can do. Ollie Pache is going to be brought down 10 metres out from the Samoan line. Big kicking game here from the Mediterranean. It goes to John Baker's. He puts in a bomb. Wow, that was off the side of the boot, but it's landed nicely nonetheless. And it's Segarini who comes down with it. Fresh on the field, the Italian Stallions brought down in the in-goal, much like we saw Moyava earlier in this game, and he was unable to plant the ball down. So close to the Mediterranean team, yet so far.
Well, if it's anything, that's probably rattled Samoa's defense right there. The fact that they were able to almost march it down like 80 odd meters. If they can do it, they can do it.
Yeah, exactly. And they say the best indicator of future performance is, of course, past performance. So they know what they can do. That's a lovely draw and pass. Lenny Phillips into the backfield. Beats Cody Mansour. Lenny Phillips, a good ankle tap, brings him down. I think that's the captain, Pache, doing great stuff there for Mediterranean. Cody Mansour just getting into the defensive line now. Pret Love, man, if he just got a bit of a pass there, it was going to be try time. Instead, he's brought down on the 20-meter line. Equipped with it, I think he's going to want to try and put up a bomb. Instead of staying blame, but it's a very well-placed bomb nonetheless. Can they get the bat back? They don't. Leo St. Hendricks, isn't he having a game? About his 3rd kick receipt there, and once again beat a few players before he's brought down 15 out from the line. And now Tierney in the 12. Sorry, in the right second row. Trying to make something happen now, unable to do so. Matt Downey, I thought we were going to see the bump off. He just got him one-on-one there, Jordan, but he just couldn't quite capitalise.
He got him one-on-one, but he also drew in about 2 other defenders, which as a prop forward, that's kind of what you want.
Yeah, exactly right. Get yourself a fast play of the ball and try and make some magic happen off the back of it. As now Nico Rashford's driven backwards there, one over the top, one around the legs. They've been doing it all night, Samoa, and it doesn't look like they're going to let up here as Rashford plays the ball. He goes left. Pache kicking. Seems like John Baker's got the yips here for the Mediterranean, and Pache's stepped up into kicking duties. Now Komene once again brought down by Mansour. They'll be very well acquainted after this game. 35 out from his own line. They go to equip with it. He plays a short ball to Prakash. That's who Jordan Lewis wants to see make amends for his quiet first half, and he's trying to do so far here. Equip with it, short ball. Lucas Deuce, the Duso, brought down 48 from his own line, I'll say. 4th tackle. Right again, now they go. Long pass out to Lenny Prakash. Oh, I thought he was going to break through there, but a good tackle from behind brings him down. Fourth tackle now, sorry, I'm misreading things. Lucky Tua brought down 32 out from the line. I think they're probably too far out to bomb here. They're going to want to look at a punt, I think. Dane Blaine, yeah, he does. He goes crossfield. This is dangerous. Rashford's isolated, but some great defense there. It's Lucas Deuce who brings him down. I thought for a moment we were going to see the famous Rash down the sideline, Jordan.
Well, Deuce, in defence, he had him scouted. You could see right from the kick that he's just straight on him. Again, if you want to shut down a great attack like Rashford, that's exactly what you got to do. Pinpoint him at any point and just lock him down.
Yeah, we've seen historically he does bad things on that wing if you give him a little bit of space. Samoa have obviously done their homework, and now it's Bobby Werman. He goes past John Boy. John Boy having a stinker at the back at the moment, but luckily he wasn't fast enough, and they bring him down eventually. But now on the attack again, it's Lachlan Tierney. He wants to push over. He gets pushed onto his back. One tackle to hold out for Samoa. What can they do? Looks like it's going to be John. No kick hit off the ball. Wow, great stuff from Lennox Prakash. Forced the changeover. Lecky Tua on the cleanup duty, and just like that, Samoa, they've dodged another bullet there. They've been doing it all night. They just seem to get themselves into bad spots and get themselves out of them just as fast. And I think that 28 minutes left in this game. If Mediterranean want to catch up, they're going to have to start doing so shortly.
They're going to have to start doing it right now, basically. But you're right. It's a sign of a good team if they're able to get them tight spot in as quick a turnaround as that. And man, Lenny, what a hit, brother. What a hit.
Yeah, pity his stats will be reset in SRL 2.0, Jordan.
Oh, yes, you can reset the stats, but you can't reset the man.
I like it. As now Rico Rashford. There we go. That's the space that he wanted. And he goes past John Boy, Rico Rashford. He's been threatening all night. And we said if Mediterranean want to come back, they need to start right now. Miko Rashford took that personally. He's gone 95 meters, and it's going to be a 6-point game.
Oh, great run by Miko. Great run. We know that he's got the legs in him like that. And this is exactly why Samoa have been trying to isolate him and trying to shut him down all night. But at just that point, didn't work.
Yeah, Lucas Juice has been so good tonight in defense, but unfortunately just there, he's slipped up, and Miko Rashford, he only needs half a meter of space, and he'll take over that space. The Rash doing great stuff. It's going to be up to John Bakers to slot it. You got to think he does it pretty easily. And we got a game on our hands, Jordan.
We absolutely do. And I mean, you said it as well. Lucas Deuce has been on song all night, but bring it into our SBL careers there as well. There's Smicko. Even the great Don himself never hit 100.
Don Bradman never hit 100. Did I just hear that?
As in, he never got the average of 100. I believe he retired on
Gotcha.
99.
I was thinking he definitely, yeah, he's definitely hit a couple of hundred in his career.
Oh,
you're right.
Definitely.
Yeah, finished with an average of 99, 0.94, famous number in Australian folklore. And you're right, Lucas Deuce, he's just about tackling at 99%, but unfortunately, that 1%'s cost him. As now it's McLucky goes through a bit of a run. He'll be brought down 22 out from his own line. Mediterranean, they've got a bit of pep in their step at the moment. They've decided after 55 minutes, now they're going to try and have a crack, and I'm glad to see it. Bobby Urban brought down there. He's ventured over to the left side of the field once again. Matt Downey now. John Boy Maava getting his shoulders dirty in this game. It's taken him the better part of pretty much 60 minutes, but they finally getting him involved, and maybe that can be what they need to do to tire him out, as it looks like Mediterranean will kick. They go to John Bakers. He sweeps around the short side, and goodbye, John Bakers. Pack your bags, because I'm not that you're going to get selected next week.
Or if he does, again, get him in front of that kicking coach, honestly.
Yeah, McLucky, I'm not sure if he's a better option, but I can tell you right now, he is not a worse option than what John Bakers has unfortunately put out tonight. Historically, not a bad kicker. I will note that he has been playing 7 for his club side, so maybe that's where they need to put him, just to somewhere a bit more familiar. Anyway, now Coda Diab driven backwards there, and a pretty good tackle. Samoa haven't been able to find the meters that they want. And it's going to be John Bomara gets to half. He goes, oh, we want the inside ball. That's a shocker. 6 again, Dane Blaine. That was fortuitous for the Samoan team to get that call. I thought perhaps it was a knock-on, but the referee didn't agree with me. What else is new? Anyway, Lennox Prakash brought down 11 meters from the line. Samoa could put a nail in the coffin here. Should they will it? Jai Collins, he might. No, brought down 4 meters out from the Samoan line. 2 meters out by the time he found the grass. They go right now. Little block play out the back. Dane Blaine, he wants to push over. Can't do so. Third tackle, Samoa. They have a line out to the left. What can they do? That's exactly where they go. Wow, 3-man cutout finds Jai Collins. Great defense, though. They got him in the pocket so far tonight. Doesn't have any space at all. They go right now. Another big pass. Equipped with it. He might try and push over here. They've been really patient this set, Samoa, and it all comes down now to this fifth tackle. What can they do? Will it all be worth it? Probably not. And then he gets the offload away. Dane Blaine can't do anything. And they got a bit caught within themselves there, Jordan, Samoa. They just played sort of within those tram lines, didn't show any kind of width, didn't show any kind of depth. And the Mediterranean team just ate that up.
Oh, absolutely, they did. But I think as well, we were talking about it at the start of the game. Samoa don't really have too much to play for here. As long as they get the win, they get the win. So from that, they're probably just looking at doing the 1%ers and trying to minimize the amount of errors as much as possible.
Yeah, Mediterranean finally figure out their defense. They just ate up that set like a nice Italian pasta, one might say. And you're right, Samoa, maybe the foot's off the gas. Maybe they're thinking about the carver they might be having later on tonight. I'm not sure. One thing's for sure, though, there's still 20 minutes left in this game, and it's anyone's game. Both teams, they're going to go to the final siren because that's what you do in international footy. Anyway, now, right, McLucky, he's going to kick downfield. Will John Boy take it? No. Instead, it's Ruiri Komine, and he goes straight past two there, straight past three almost. Mansour looked like he was on the treadmill, but then I got there out of nowhere. A good place to start the step for Samoa. As Nanai plays a short ball out to Lecky Tua, and he's straight through a hole. Lecky Tua, very well done there from Lecky. Just got his team out of a bit of trouble there. And once again, Samoa are going to finish the set at least deep within their own half, deep within the Mediterranean half. Sorry, Komine, second line break of the set. That man, very dangerous here tonight. Him versus Miko Rashid's been a side. Now down the sideline, it's equipped with it. A little short side, blind side raid. Does well to stay in here. A centering one now for Samoa. He goes to Jai Collins. Can he barge over? No. Once again, Samoa kicking to save their set. Equipped with it. Put himself behind the ruck. Slow play the ball. With it, takes it. Puts in a bomb. Looked to be a little bit shallow. There's no one there for the back. Doesn't matter because Seymour's come down with it. Pink headgear on pink headgear violence. Normally have to pay double for that kind of action, Jordan.
No comment.
Sega Reedy puts on the big right foot, straight past one there. And Jumbo Marva once again gets involved. So, yeah, definitely a lot more defensive work from him. And now Werman through a hole. Jumbo Marva wasn't at home. He just made the tackle. So that's good, easy meters. They get an offload as well. An offload away as well to Angie Slugger on the 31-meter line. Mediterranean, it's like they've just flicked the switch here. They've decided it's time to attack. And they're going to potentially have the chance of an attacking kick here if they don't do something silly. He goes to Hobsgood. He's driven backwards there. Slugger's getting involved here a bit more in the second half. It looks like they might bomb here if they think about it. No, instead, John Bakers puts in a grubber. Picked up by Rossini, but unfortunately, they were just a bit too far out there, Jordan.
A bit too far out, not enough mustard on that kick as well. Baker's he's having a shocker with the boot tonight. Honestly, at this point, you'd be thinking, like, get the kicking duties onto someone else there. Even Pache potentially would have been a great option for a short ball like that one.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. John Bakers has not had a good night. He might be a baker, but he's not cooking here. And if he is, he's burnt the dish. Anyway, equipped with it, flat-footed, runs into some good Mediterranean defense here. For the first time in a while, they're going to keep the Samoans in their own half, it looks like, pending any hijinks from Jumbo Maava. He can't do it. He does get to the 40-meter line there, so equipped with it. He's gone a bit deep. He wants the 40-20. This could be glory from equipped with it. Should he hit this? It looks like he doesn't have the legs. No. Or the angle. Really, it was just a clearing kick in the end to Mansour. And he goes past one Mansour. Once again, it's Jumbo Maava who brings him down. He's been pretty good in defense. He just had that one slip up against Miko Rashford, but you just got to wonder if you keep getting one-on-one with him, eventually you're going to go through, do you think, Jordan?
And that's exactly how they got to hit it. Like we said before, even the Don never got 100 by the time he retired, of course, meaning the average. But yeah, you've just got to keep hitting at him, and eventually he's going to tire out like that.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're right there. As Matt Harris back on the field in that lock role, as will be Lennox Prakash, I believe, if he's not there already, as soon as the Samoan team get the ball. Rossini, he goes to Bakers. He puts in not his worst kick of the night, that's for sure, to Komine. And they do well in marking him up there. So no more substitutions from either team. 13 minutes left in this game. Could we see a golden point thriller, do you think, Jordan?
I mean, anything's on the cards in the SRL, mate. It's never over until the fat lady sings. But you just have to look at this Mediterranean outfit. They're just tiring out, and they're just starting to lose a bit of that spark that they had at the start of the game.
Yeah, they had a really nice sort of 20-minute period, didn't they, where they put on a bit of points. But unfortunately, yeah, you're right. I think Samoa have just wrested back momentum in this game. They've stopped the slide, and well, that's a pretty good tackle from Mediterranean. Matt Harris just gets all over Dry Collins there, brought down. If they can just one more try, we'll just about seal it for Samoa, but they just don't really look like they want it at the moment, and that's a shocker. So both teams now, they caught the kicking virus. It's contagious, Jordan. Maybe it's just time to give it to the Forts and let them sort it out. As Andrew Slago goes for a bit of a run downfield, can he get the offload away? No. Jumbo Marava, a tackle again to start the set. And Mediterranean, they're working to a plan. I just don't know if they're going to have time to really strike before the clock runs out.
Absolutely not. You've got 10 minutes left. So at this point, the clock is the biggest enemy for the Mediterranean side. I keep almost saying Italy. Did someone talk to the scoreboard operator and get him to change that name? But yeah, no, the clock's quickly becoming the enemy for the Mediterranean side here. At this point, you know what? Stop with the 1%ers. We know that you can do them. Start trying to show some flair. Show some attacking outfit and show something for the fans who have shown up to support you tonight.
Yeah, I think you are 100% right. It's time for them to sort of have a crack and throw some pasta at the wall and see if it's cooked and it sticks. Because at the moment, you're right. The 1%ers, they're not going to pay off in time. And little short side play there from Samoa. I didn't quite like that, but luckily he stays in field. Lenny Phillips it was. Now Samoa coming out of their own half once again. Kota Diab, he goes to Caval. He's brought down just about on the 40-meter line. Only third tackle here for Samoa. They still have a couple of shots in their chamber. Goes to Dry Collins, and once again, no line break from him. Quite interesting that we get to see him get a line break tonight. Perhaps he's just sort of saving it to when his team needs it the most. Anyway, now, Ruruya Komene, once again, straight pass. He's winging. He's done it with regularity here tonight, and he's been a key reason of why Samoa often finish their sets in pretty good field position. Now it's to Lennox Prakash to kick. Not a bad one. Who's underneath it? That will be Segarini once again. The second row, he's found himself in that center row. And yeah, not the man you normally see on a kick return.
Absolutely not. But you know what, Bakers? Have a look at that kick. That's what you should have been doing all night. not to dogpile, not to dogpile. But no, that was an absolutely fantastic defensive kick there from Samoa. Really pinned them down. And Italy, Mediterranean, I keep looking at that sport. Mediterranean, they just need to start showing their flair like that. That was an absolutely fantastic run, but it's from Mansour again.
Yeah, at the moment, they're a bit of a one-man band here, this Mediterranean team. They need someone else to pick it up. It could have been Leo St. Hendricks. He has been good tonight. Unfortunately, couldn't get around John Boy there. Takes him out of play here for this kick, but it's probably going to have to be a punt. McLucky goes downfield. This will come out to Michelle Metcalf, and he goes straight through a hole here. Michelle Metcalf, a bit of room, get away from the sideline. Great work. Brought down 30 meters out from his own line. 6 minutes left in this game. They'll get 2 more sets if that Samoa. Now it's John Bay goes for a bit of a run. Cody Mansour was not at home. He's going to pinch off a lot of ground here. Will he pass it? Numbers out left. He had a 4-on-1. He elected to hold the ball. Take up some more time, perhaps. 6 minutes left, 5.5, if that. Equipped with it now. Plays a short ball to Lennox Prakash. We want to see him score. Won't be this time. Maybe even force a dropout here, Samoa. Anything, as long as they keep the ball, is good. And now it's gone to Rahul Kaval. He's turned on his back, I believe. The goalpost was in the way. A little rest here. Good for Mediterranean. They can just get the breath back a little bit. Yeah, definitely turn on his back. Good defense. Pretty much the longer Mediterranean go without the ball, the harder this is going to be.
Well, at this point, like it's about 5 minutes left. They're going to need a minor miracle. I'm just calling it right there. Call a commentator's curse if you will, but no, Mediterraneans need an absolute miracle to pull this one back.
Oh, and that'll seal it.
As we say.
Rahul Kaval storms onto a nice little kick there from Equipped with it. The spot's pointed to, the whistle's blown, and that'll be all she wrote here tonight. Samoa, they can't be run down from here. Only 4.5 minutes left in this game. They were working towards that for a long time, and eventually the Mediterranean defense just had the crack.
It had to.
Lenny with a big kick.
Lenny to the vice captain of the Canberra Raiders, or the former vice captain, I should say. But no, absolutely, there's that Canberra connection from last season. Lenny and Rahul, they had to have rehearsed that a million times over down at the AIS.
Yeah, the Australian Institute of Sport, I believe.
That's correct. It's where Canberra do all their training, as I should know.
Anyway, as now it's Mayava to kick. And he absolutely nails it. 12 points the difference now. Probably deserved 12 points. this may sound rough, but I think Mediterranean is lucky to be this close, Jordan.
I wouldn't say lucky. They absolutely did put in a hell of a first half performance there, but something happened in that changing rooms. I don't know who it was. I don't know if maybe they mentioned that there was a place downtown that put pineapple on pizza there, but they've just been shell shocked in this second half.
Yeah, and Samoa, they've just worked their way through, and they're going to come away with a good win here. So undefeated in the pool stage at Samoa. It looks like they'll come up against probably New Zealand. I'd have to check the ladder officially and confirm other results, etc, etc.
Hang on. We may still pin it back. Kimra and Biff.
Yeah, perhaps Welsh. The Welsh team may make an appearance, but I would say, as not the Welsh captain, just as a bystander, New Zealand are odds-on favourites would be a nice way to put it. To come up against Samoa in the final, who do you see potentially, if that was the matchup, winning there, Jordan?
Well, I think either way, if it's Samoa versus New Zealand, if it's Wales versus New Zealand, even to an extent England versus Samoa, if something happens and a minor miracle happens in their game against Ireland there, I think that it's probably going to be one of those games that goes down to the wire, potentially a 1-point thriller.
And of course, Samoa did get one over New Zealand in the last international period that we had, sort of pre-season 10 in that off-season, between season 9 and season 10. The Samoans were very proud of their efforts there, and you got to think there's a bit of pride on the line for New Zealand should that matchup come out.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. There's always going to be that level. In rugby league circles, we always talk about the rivalry between New Zealand and Australia. But if you ask me, the real rivalry is between Samoa and New Zealand. Always has been.
Yeah, and that's definitely true in the SRL. Australia not even fielding a team in this international period. As now Samoa, they're just going to work it to the edge here. One tackle left. They will get to play the ball. Could we see another try? Just a little consolation effort for the boys. They go left. Goes to Dane Blaine. He puts in a nice grubber. And it's going to be Lennox for cash. And he forces the ball down. A good try there from Lennox. I'm pretty sure he got that down. The referee doesn't agree, but luckily my eyes, they're working. And that'll blow it out to 18 points and probably a rough way to go down for the Mediterranean team. They put in a big effort for a long time, but the class of this Samoan team has just shone through, and they'll be quite happy with this one.
Absolutely, they will. They've absolutely turned it back from that first half. A bit of a dreary first half from Samoa there, but this second half, they've just been absolutely on song. Nothing's gone wrong. They've absolutely nailed this one.
Yeah, perhaps the seeds that they sown in that first half have come forth for a harvest here in this second. They just put a few chinks in the armor and they've gone straight through there. My other ice is that'll be 30 points to 12 and full time. The captain, stone face as he walks away. There's ice in that man's veins. The Samoa team celebrate, and that'll be the last we see, I believe, the last we see of the Mediterranean team in SRL 1.0.
Absolutely, yep. It should be the last time, pending any consolation cup that the SRL Commission might come up with. But yeah, if you just have a look at that, 5 tries to 2, 55% possession to Samoa. And of course, completions have just been fantastic from them there as well.
Yeah, only 4 errors for Samoa. Of course, one of them was a penalty. You look at the tackles, 166 plays 197. It's just too much defensive work for Italy. And that really showed in the scoreboard as we look at some individual stats. I'll let you run through them, Jordan.
Yeah. Okay. So if we have a look at the average running meters, John Boy Marvin nearly cracking 300 meters. An absolute fantastic turnaround from last week there. We believe he got the most points scored in the game there. Kodar Diab as well, over 200 meters himself. Fantastic effort across the board from Samoa in terms of running meters. It looks like most of them got over 100 meters. With Rahul Kawal, he's just behind there on Lennox Prakash. I know those two are going to be having a little bit of a joke about that in the sheds there as well. In terms of missed tackles, again, not really too much there. Lucas Deuce, of course, having 4 missed tackles for 4 tackles. So that's a 50% rate, which obviously we wouldn't have thought that given how he was going. But again, I don't think you can fault him for that one there.
Yeah, definitely, Drew. It's tough work out there in the centres. If you look at Mediterranean now, or as Italy, as we like to call them during the game, Cody Mansour, 224 metres, so only 50 in the second half, and you could tell he was contained quite well. Bobby Werman, he had a crack, 198 metres. 3 line breaks from him, 4 line breaks as well from Leo St. Hendricks, operating out of that center role. So nice little spot there for him. Apart from that, not a lot to write home about. And you can just see the meters just weren't there for this Mediterranean team, and that was really the tale of the tape. Anyway, that's all we have time for tonight. It's been a pleasure having you all with us, and we'll see you for our next game.